Hi, and today I want to talk about what is loving kindness. And it is one of the fundamental things that's in the Buddhist precepts. It comes the Pali term metta. And loving kindness is an encompassing sort of love and benevolence for yourself and other people and all living things. And it's not just love in a will to possess. That's not true love. That's attachment, which causes suffering because then it puts our own happiness dependent on something else external to us, which isn't guaranteed, and that can then cause suffering when it can change. And so cultivating loving kindness is really important in starting it with the self and cultivating loving kindness towards ourselves. And what it means when we cultivate that is it's a form of kindness and true kindness to ourselves, and love in the sense of sort of unconditional love, of non-judgement and not judging ourselves, and forgiveness of anything that we think we might have done wrong, or anything that you're beating yourself up about, or that we think about we're worrying about in the future, or that we're not good enough, all the sort of negative connotations we might associate with ourselves and that we tell ourselves internally. Loving kindness starts with cultivating love towards ourselves, and that also means it's very important with being kind to ourselves, letting go of any judgment we have, forgiving ourselves if we're beating ourselves up about something that happened or that we did. Forgiveness is a really important first step to cultivating loving kindness, because that allows for kindness to come in. We're being kind to ourselves. And once we start to be kind to ourselves and have compassion and cultivating this love for ourselves, in that we are whole and complete on our own. We are whole and complete. There's nothing wrong with us. There's nothing missing. We are whole and complete as we are. And loving kindness can allow us to really feel that and embrace it. And once we start to cultivate it, we can then start to give it to others. And giving loving kindness to others, being kind to others, showing them compassion and kindness and not judging them, because everyone makes mistakes and everyone does things, but loving kindness allows us to move on and not let those things be attached to us and drag us down. It allows us to really live in the present with peace, because once we can cultivate loving kindness towards ourselves, it can put us in a space of love. And I did another video I'll put a link to, of love and fear and which state we live in. And living in fear just causes suffering, and judgment causes suffering, because it's all negative. We're telling ourselves bad things. And cultivating loving kindness is a really important step in meditation practices, and there's a loving kindness meditation, and it allows us to really love ourselves and be happy with who we are, and embracing all of us and not being negative about any part of ourselves. Loving kindness is cultivating this, and this then allows us to act with loving kindness towards others and show it to others. And I'm going to do another video soon on the 4 qualities of true love, and loving kindness is one of them from the Buddhist principles, and they're really important in realizing how to really love and live in a state of love. And once we live in a state of love and cultivate this loving kindness, being kind to ourselves is so important, and it really helps in being able to live in the present and live moment to moment without being critical or judgmental. And it can allow us to flourish. There's experiments that have been done on saying nice, kind, loving things to plants, and they grow better. And it's like the same principle works with humans. If you cultivate loving kindness, if you are kind and say loving things to yourself and love yourself, not in the ego-based way of pity or becoming stuck in a story of your past. That's why being in the present is so important, letting go of narratives that attach us to negative things, but loving ourselves to be able to let it go and be in the present and be kind to ourselves in the process of doing that can really be freeing, and it allows us to be a lot more at peace. And so I hope you found that useful. And like I said, I'm going to do a video on the 4 qualities of true love really soon as well, that's going to build on this and loving kindness, and how to really cultivate it in different situations with others and with ourselves even more. So I'll see you guys all really soon.